Easiest method on how to cut and sew this trending backless gown. For this project, I used 2 yards of crepe fabric, but this yardage is not a constant as people differs in height and size. So quickly, let's get into the measurement aspect. We are going to be measuring in a different way to make it easier and to avoid extra calculations. Now, on your collarbone, this is your collarbone, you can come down by 1 inch. Come down by 1 inch on the collarbone. Place your tape at that point. Measure from that point to your bust point. Measure your waistline. Measure the full length and write it down. Next, you are going to measure how covered you want the bust area to be. Place your tape on one side and measure to the other side. Kindly note that you can determine if you want it to be very covered or if you want it to be a bit covered. All you need to do is to place your tape on that point and measure to the other point at this point like this and just write it down. I'll be showing you how we are going to use this measurement. This is the fabric that I'm using. It's a crepe fabric. I'm going to measure my length as I explained earlier, and I'm going to be adding 7 inches to my length. As we proceed, you are going to see the reason why I added 7 inches to my length. So I'll go ahead to cut out the extra after getting my length plus 7 inches. This is my cutout. I cut out my length plus 7 inches on the yardage part of my fabric. I placed my cutout fabric on the floor. Now remember, I said that my length plus 7 inches is this part. Now on this part, you take out one point and you place it on a triangular fold like this. Make sure it is equal at the side here. To avoid any shifting of your fabric, we are going to pin this open point from the top to the down like this. On the side, I'm going to go ahead to mark my sewing allowance. And for the sewing allowance, I'm marking 0.75 inch on the side. Remember this measurement we took earlier. You are going to divide it by 2 and you are going to be bringing your tape down until you can get this measurement divided by 2. Please do not include your sewing allowance. This is how you get the bust point line. If you measure from the top to get the bust point line, it might not be wide enough to cover your bust area. So to get the bust measurement, you just keep coming down until you get this measurement divided by 2. So I've gone ahead to mark out my line. The next measurement to mark is the bust point, which is the measurement we got from this point to our nipple point. Me, I got 7. So I'm going to place that 7 on this line. Wherever it extends to will be the tip of this gown. Remember, this part is the bust width. I did not start from the very tip and measure my bust point because if I had done that, the top part would be too narrow and will not be able to cover the bust area very well. You can see my marked out line and it's supposed to be pointed. So we are going to slant this into the side, making sure that it does not eat out the bust width measurement. Okay, so you place your rule and you mark it out. Then I'll use my free hand to make sure I blend it very well into the side. You can see that the tip is pointed and the line is blended perfectly into the side. I'll place my tape from the tip now, which is the new line, and I'll go ahead to mark out my waistline, or you can call it your half length, and I will also mark out the full length. Now I need to connect the line at the full length. So what you need to do is to be adjusting the tape at the down. You can just hold the top part while you adjust the down to get your desired length. This way you can easily mark out your length. But if you know an easier method of doing it aside from adjusting the down part of your tape like I'm doing, please you can go ahead to do it. So after marking out my full length with a dotted line, adjusting my tape like this, I'll go ahead to cut it out. So I'll go to the up part, adjust my pin inwards, and I'm going to cut out this slant. Make sure you don't cut exactly on the line. Add half of an inch to it so as you can use that as joining allowance. Go to the waistline and you notch the waistline. You'll be seeing the essence of that when we are sewing. I'll keep the main fabric aside. Take another piece of fabric and I'm going to be placing this on fold the same way we folded the fabric. Some of this gown is 2-step in front and 2-step in back. If you want yours to be 2-step, This cutout should be 5 inches longer than the first cutout before placing it on fold like this. Arrange this fold so that it is very equal at the side. Take the fabric and place it on it, ensuring that the closed part is seated at the closed part of the other fabric and ensuring that it is seated equally. If I wanted to cut two step, I can go ahead to increase the other one second length, but I don't really want to make the front two step. So I just want to cut lining for this one. So I'm going to shape the side of the other fabric like this, following the shape of the main fabric. And I'm going to stop where it stopped at the main fabric. On the waistline, you come down by 3 inches and you go ahead to clip it on the other fabric, not the main fabric. You clip it at the side and you also clip it at the center. Remove the main fabric and cut this out. This is what we use to turn the neckline and the sides of the gown. These are cut out. Next, I'm going to take out the other fabric that is left and I'm going to cut out 1 inch. We are going to be using this for the tiny band at the neckline. I'll bring back the gown and I'm going to measure from the waist down to the full length. Now, if you want your own back to be higher than the waistline, you can measure higher than that, like measure from the full length 2 inches up the waistline or more. So this is my other fabric. So I'm going to measure what I got from that, my waistline to my full length. I'm going to measure it down and I'm going to cut it out. The back is usually 2 step, so this is the longer step. Now I'm going to cut another one and this would be 3 inches shorter than the first one I cut. So this is my two cutout. As you can see, one is longer than the other. So I'll go ahead to join the both of them together. So after joining the both of them together, I'm going to make a tube where I can pass my elastic. I've gone ahead to make the tube. Next, you are going to get a tiny elastic and you are going to pass it through this tube. Before you do that, you are going to get the shorter step and you are going to give it a very tiny fold. Only the short step, and I'm done with that. This is our 1 inch cutout for our tiny strap. Place it on fold and sew ½ inch so that you have a very tiny strap. I'm done with it. Then you're going to use a safety pin and flip it to the right side and iron it. As you can see, I have inserted my elastic and I stretched it out until it was my waist measurement divided by 2. Total length of this tiny strap is 40 inches. Divide into 2, 1 for each strap. Take your main fabric, get the pointed part of your main fabric. You are going to be placing your tiny strap in a crossed manner like this. Make sure that the both of them is crossed together like this. Place it and sew it down. Next, you get the back piece and you are going to arrange it very well, right side facing right side. You go ahead to sew from that notched point on the waist part and join it together. Now, I've also joined my band. For the tip of your band, you are going to give it a knot like this and you bond the tip with a candle to avoid it from fraying. Now, to avoid your nipple showing, you are going to get a stretchy fabric to use it as a breast tube. What I'm marking out is 6 inches. Cut it out on the stretchy part of your fabric. Now this cutout should be a matching color please, but this is what I had when I was making this tutorial. We are going to be placing this on the chest region and it should be 3 inches less than your actual chest width. To place this correctly, place this cutout on fold on the side. You notch the center, place the other side on fold, notch the center. You take your main fabric, place it on fold so that you can notch the bust point on the both corners like this. Next, you take out your cutout and you place it on your fabric, making sure that the notch center sits with the notched point of your fabric. This way, the cutout piece is shared evenly above and under the bust. You are joining this on the wrong part of your fabric. So I'll go ahead to join it together. I'm done and this is what it looks like. Don't bother about it not staying very well, as it's a stretchy fabric and it will easily stretch to make sure that it fits. Flip this to the right side, put in the band like this inward, take the lining and you place it accordingly. I recommend you pin this to avoid any mistake. Pin it all the way to the side, and when you get to this point where you joint the back to the front, make sure your lining covers the side seam like this, like place it on top, and also make sure that the lining is longer than the joining of the back and the front. For the down of your lining, you can overlock it or you can give it a tiny fold. So I've gone ahead to join the side, and for the down of my lining,
I gave it a tiny fold. Next, you go ahead to cut out the excess at this pointed point so that it can relax when you flip it to the right side. After cutting it out, you flip it to the right side and you pull out your strap like this. Flipping it to the other side, the lining will cover the other layer. Go ahead to iron this very well. For how I made the flowers, I linked the tutorial video. I link the tutorial video on how I made this flower in the description box. You can make yours or you can buy from the market. Bye.